Welcome back to the Maxiverse, guys. I'm back with another reading, of course. Let's see what Spirit got for us today. Take what resonates, leave what does not. We got the Eight of Swords. So you're definitely seeing a lot of things clear at this time. Three of Wands, you may not know. I feel like there's a plan that you're really just unsure about and you don't know how it's going to go. But regardless, you're going to put yourself out there and learn and take your own notes of self-discovery along the way. This could be with anything, but nothing is out of your reach. Nothing is out of your reach. Everything's been on a different side. I feel like we've been on a different spectrum of life lately. Just kind of taking things easier and not so harsh and personal. Like a lot of things are starting to just be seen in a different way, in a different perspective. For you, you're seeing life at a different perspective. This might be because of your age. You could be in your mid-20s. I'd say 22 to maybe 28, even 30. You're seeing how life treats you now. Yeah. It's a lot more lighter. It's not so harsh and rough and serious. What else for the collective today? We have the Star, the Six of Pentacles. So we're definitely getting into some new energy. We're going to see what this Devil card is. The Devil, the Two of Pentacles, and the Lovers. So yeah, you're just changing the dynamics. I think the dynamics are changing for you. I believe the dynamics of life is changing for you. The way that you receive, the way that you, your outlook, the way you're perceived, the way you're perceiving. Everything is a lot lighter. This is a new season. You're also starting to use like your senses for the seasons, if that makes sense. I feel like you kind of move with the seasons as well. You may not know it, but as the seasons change, you're transitioning with that change as well. So you're really on a natural wavelength, a very natural, just wavelength, very balanced, very grounded where you are, very planted. Six of Wands, and you deserve it. It's a well-deserved Six of Wands. Chariot, it's well-deserved. Something could be coming back from your past. This could be a passion of yours, something that you want to pursue, maybe a passion for what you have always wanted to pursue. You're really taking in the knowledge, soaking up a lot of things, a lot of knowledge. You're soaking up a lot of knowledge at this time. And that's helping you create this new, fresh palette for yourself. You're also learning to make mistakes to a source. You're also embracing your mistakes and really just allowing yourself to not only be the teacher of the lesson, but the student as well. Even if this is not like a harsh lesson, I feel like as you've grown up, you've learned to fear learning. You've learned to fear what learning means, and basically if you didn't know before, then you were like stupid or dumb or whatever. But again, that's a part of the process, because you're supposed to learn. You're supposed to want to learn. You're supposed to want to grow. You're supposed to want that. Your intentions should be growth. And that's being seen. It's being studied as well on you, and how it's shaping you into the person that you are now. The Empress, I was about to say the Earth, but the Empress, so you're definitely wearing this very well, very, very, very well. Again, Ace of Pentacles. I feel like you may think that you're stunting your growth, or your growth has been stunted, but understand that you were in isolation for a reason, and you're in isolation for a reason. You go into isolation for a reason, because you also know that living life and learning and growing is a part of the process. You're trusting the process. And it's very important that you trust the process so that you can follow all the way through. You know, keeping what you know along the way, and understanding the new boundaries that are being set in place, justice, so that you won't have to be in isolation as much. I feel you think you don't need isolation as much, but trust me, there are things going on that you don't know about. Seven of Pentacles, and a lot of things that have already been planted. I feel like even if you haven't planted your seeds, even if you haven't started something, a business, a career, your life, even if you feel that you haven't started or began your life yet, it's for a reason. For you to also, decide and decipher who you really are, and what it is you're really desiring to do, and how that plays a part in the resemblance and the resignation of your life and your past. What does it mean to you, and what can you bring to the table for this career or this business or this ideal or this creation that has a seed, many seeds already planted, right? So again, you're deciphering and discerning the seeds that have already been planted outside of your isolation. There's Seven of Pentacles. There's seeds that's already planted and already being planted. And you're seeing the difference in what you can bring to the table. Seven of Pentacles. You're seeing that it's not just going to be seeds. It's going to be the plant. It's going to be fruition. It's going to be growth. It's going to be results. It's going to be progress. It's not just intentions anymore, which with certain intentions, especially if they're lower, it can very well stunt growth of yourself and others. If you have the intentions of just being selfish and not being a team player, even if that means from a business perspective of not giving your business to everyone, and in regards to, who's allowed or who passes the vibe checks. You know what I mean? And what passes the vibe check. And if this is something that can stunt your growth or bring you progress, bring you progression. So you're also looking at a lot of your hobbies and seeing which ones are Page of Cups versus the Emperor, which is out here now. Which ones are just like fairy tale, magical getaways for you? Which ones are just getaways, relaxation, peace of mind, rather than the ones that bring you progression and growth and new ideas and new outlooks and new perspectives and new knowledge and knowledge of your own. Which one is Page of Cups, a cycle, and which ones are actually putting you on the leaderboard, or what can actually put you on the map instead of you being off grid and going ghost to draw or something. If you're just going on, if you're a great artist and you only draw sketches rather than a great artist that actually has paintings and sells them, what are you going to do with it? A great example is which one's stunning your growth and which one can bring progress. So let's say, for instance, I've been seeing like people building certain houses, doll houses and stuff, and they make the bathroom and the kitchen and the bedroom and all that stuff. That's very cool, but that requires you to be alone time, invest your money into that, and it's not like you're selling the dollhouse, you're just making the dollhouse. Rather than, again, you could take that same hobby and sell dollhouses or sell furniture. I saw a lady DIYing a kitchen island. She made everything from Dollar Tree. So you could sell those pieces, those miniature pieces, rather than making them for yourself. Keeping them, they turn out beautiful, and then you make no profit from it, if that makes sense. Of course, we want progress in our material, monetary life, but that's just an example. Or you could say, instead of selling the pieces, there's people that are actually architects that actually build real life-size tables and houses and all that kind of stuff. So do you think you have it in you? If you like building dollhouses so much, why don't you go and start investing and working with someone that you can build a real fucking house? Or again, this is a good manifestation tool of, I thought about a good manifestation tool of what your house could look like. You could be building your own miniature dream house, and then your miniature dream house turns into a real life-size home. You never know. It's just all about what progress you're willing to make and what progress you're willing to work for and see. So we have a lot of progress and results. I feel like a lot of people also hold back from giving you feedback, but it's not that they're holding back, they're retaining that information as well. So they're definitely feeding off of this energy to a cups. You fill a cup, they fill a cup, so you're definitely getting your cups filled. I don't feel like you're in a drought. You're not per se at the pure bottom. Even if you are at the bottom, you're never at the bottom, because rock bottom is the best place to stand up and get up again. So it gives you a reason to stand up, So yeah.